Alright, here we are, December 10th, second recording, and games have been going on now for about 3 hours, and yeah, just been some real quality games, some different strategies that have been used. You see Malo, quick drop, turn 2, UK. Take it out and bunk it and not let it get retaken. Won the game for the Axis. All kinds of AWOL drops from Norway. Italy, we saw defeat going tanks and 3-3 upgrades and pressuring Russia without any help from Germany. Lots of quick Egypt takes. And well, now we are to this one. Kronos as Germany, Molo as Italy, Defeat as Spain, and Gunner as UK, Penny as France, Artha as Norway, and Goliath as Russia. This looks like a really even game. I would have to say this is be really interesting. Kronos playing actually really well today. Let's see if he can continue that with his top-notch peripheral allies in Molo as Italy, Defeat as Spain. See what those guys have in store. Quick drops over this way. I don't know if they were loaded at all. Kind of looks like it. Kind of looks like... No, maybe not. He's moving them over. So Penny's not losing these 2 bunkers, putting up his whole army in this area and bringing his air all very quickly. So good job, Penny. He's going to get a sole one-on-one fight with this German army. This is what you want, but you don't want to be doing it inside into these bunkers or into this defensive formation there. If I changed my sound earlier, no, it's still on low, so just seemed a little higher. East is starting to happen. Defensive mines coming down. Mostly just causing Russian ground to shoot at them, leaving the bunkers free to shoot at Marines, and it does make a difference. Solid hold, still 2 bunkers remaining in the line. Once that starts to heal, 33 health on that. 31 kills on this hold by Penny. What is Penny doing? He moved his drops over here very quickly. Oh, he dropped 2 SCVs. He dropped his 2 SCVs from, interesting, from France. Probably would have done a little bit more towards making sure the hold was solid in that early play, but guarantees that you have lots of SCVs. Now you have 3 in this area, whereas you're normally only used to having 1. I already immediately pumping the Dragoons. You know where his head's at. Get these early cities with the tanks, reinforced with Marines and Dragoons, and then tear into Africa like we saw him do a few games earlier, where he was a big difference in the game. Loading up Algiers full of Dragoons, slowly taking Turkey, and then in for the big 4x East to win the game. Exactly what you want to be doing as France. So the bunker was let down. Probably would have made the line right here. Instead, Kronos putting one up high on top of the city. I like the bunkers by Malo. Probably put at least another 1 right here. Got 1200. Probably another 2. 1, 2. And Germany put another 1 over here. You get a nice formation. Tanks going on this side. Tanks up the middle. Early UK by Kronos. Norway here also very early with a drop. Defeat. This is before Med, so this is really early UK. trying to be countered by Artha. Meanwhile, Gunner bringing his RAF back, got his BC in the action. Most of Spain's ground is gone, but still lots of ground by the Allies, and that's going to be stuffed. But that was only because of all of the Allies, well, Norway and UK specifically, coming back and grouping together, being able to overrun. Now here we have Italy. If Spain had a redrop right here, that would be curtains. Germany attacking with Italy dropping would have been enough to take that. So now we're going to see a 260 by Goliath, walking right down through bulks. Might have been 270 before that, destroying those 2 bulks bunkers. Spain is reloading. Probably should just take the island over here. You've already did your aggressive play. You get one before med as Spain, and sometimes you don't even get one. So I don't think. Wow, he's going to go aggressive again. He's going to do a quick drop and then try to send the dropships back to load up before. He's being a little bit indecisive on where to go. He was going to go UK. Now he's deciding to go bulks. He's going to get to bulks and he's going to find out that he's not really needed here. There, he's realizing that right now. Okay, so what do I want to do now? Now he's going to say, oh, okay, I don't want to be there. Now he's going to have to go down back to med. 55 seconds. Sorry, 75 seconds. Alright, pumping Marines. Artha mining the UK as Norway. We want to be building another transporter too. We have enough money. Gonna get that single building block. Already France is well on their way to taking out Algiers, and this is very ahead of schedule. Gonna get this all cleared out even before med happens. Feet building that one missile turret. A single missile turret for I don't necessarily mind. Building any more than one I think is a waste. Missile turret here, what it helps is that you can unload this island and it'll always be there. So when France does eventually take Algiers, which they do in 90% of the games or 80% of the games, it stays there as an early warning system. So if this is not here and if this is clear, French drops can go right past that island and go ahead and hit UK. France, and try to get early tax advantage. So a nice solid drop by Defeat, clearing out Algiers. We're gonna see what he wants to do, whether he's gonna want to go UK or whether he's gonna want to hold out on bulks here. This has almost certainly got an SCV in it. Artha's about to lose all his air. Absolutely does. And this pathway is now clear. Whoop! There's Messers. Just barely able to sneak in. Everything working out for Defeat and Kronos. But here, a big air battle. That has not worked out. Messers went huge. Gunner, excellent air control today. Just had a warm-up game. He didn't do quite well as Spain, but now is having great UK games. Good Russia game as well. So this will not be taken in time. Now he's forgetting that he doesn't control this because at 2 he's going to lose this. There, he's just combining. Mine's doing just enough. There's Ireland being taken. Very, very effective mine job. Be interesting to see if Artha allies Spain so that all his men are dropped down, and then he unleashes them as the ultimate killer. Here, Italy realizes Athens taken. Gonna send this down to correct it, but ooh, dragoons? Really want to face dragoons. France realizing that, grouping his ground together, although very well prepared to stuff an attack by Goli. Yes, maybe Goli can overrun over time, but I don't even think so. With all these tanks, I don't even think so. Now losing those BCs, still enough. Early German drops, not even just the shuttles. He's got 3 drops made. Got 9, 4 drops there. If any of these aren't loaded, you could reload with those. Got 4. A redrop of men right here as well. Oh, I'm so excited! Does Artha have him? Does he have him allied? Gunner is ready. Gunner is so ready. Building. Looks like a missile turret there. Mine's going at it. Artha meeting communications saying get ready, I will drop. Germany does have a redrop here. The redrop with BCs would be enough to hold this. Even just the BCs moving up would be enough to hold this. Definitely want to be fighting over your own ground. Artha dropping just where you need it to drop. Meanwhile, Goliath getting through. With these 2 barracks pumping and Germany's ground coming down, it shouldn't go any farther than this line. Oh, I love that drop by Molo, trying to block off the tanks. With Germany trying to finish the last one off, not quite getting it, but knocking out another 3 or 4 tanks by Goliath. What's he building there? Probably a storage depot. We will double Spain. Well, you gotta capture this industry here before you talk about doubling Spain. He should see this. Spain does have vision. Looks a little bit too far to see these dropships there. Probably a fortification, yep. Crete and Athens still in Penny's hands. Just clearing out, doing some good scouting work. Meanwhile, UK is getting taken. Not much of a resistance for us. The team Norway still decides to double Spain rather than go UK. I have to say that they have a better a better chance at winning the game by doubling Spain right now. No defenses and not many Marines. Even if all these bunkers are filled, that's still not enough to stop a double drop. EC's very deep. Let's see if they're going to look at... Nope, they don't even see this. I like this Balk's attacks. He does know that his allies are moving towards going to Spain. So going Balks, that means the Axis can only be one place at once. One place instead of the two places. They can't be both places at once. They can only have their BCs in one area. Gotta get that drop down. Penny getting most of it down. Will still be enough. And let's see. These are the key buildings. Where is Spain's? There we go, knocking out the key buildings. Where is Spain's command center? I don't think he has one. So Spain, that is Spanish, so he does have an SCV. He might possibly only have one SCV. I don't know what's in these drops. Hopefully it's full of Marines and a couple of SCVs, but definitely work on taking this out. Got all the buildings out. Very good. Martha doing mad work. And yeah, you lost UK, but you just took out Spain, and with Algiers being held, you have to keep the force down here because the Allies will just keep dropping this every turn unless you do something about it. Gunner's calling a big east. As he sees the BCs are in Spain, DD's at 0. So it's all about coordinating your attacks here, planning for the future, because with Axis controlling Scotland and controlling UK at large, they're going to look at blocking this D-Day trigger. This could very well be the game. Germany's starting to put defenses now in Madrid. Oslo's getting called. France is making his way over to east, getting ready to do a big east hit. There's Spain. They're going to have ground here. They're going to have ground here. You gotta have all your air. Looks like they will not be getting out. Ground getting cleaned up fairly well. And we haven't had a chance to take a look at the upgrades as of yet. 2-1 for Germany. 3-2, so 2-1 for the BCs, 3-2 for the ground. Italy has got a 3-2. Russia, 3-0 on the tanks, 3-3 on the Marines. Penny is not upgrading his Marines because he is getting goons. Don't expect to see yet. UK, no upgrades on the ground, but 3-1 on the air. And he's still looking to pick up tax here everywhere he can. Going to be able to pick up this Athens tax, in all likelihood. And this is all cleared out, so, well, it's not cleared out, it just maybe hasn't been scouted. realizing he's going to lose this supply, going to move his barracks into the area. Still try to get that tax, because he's only building dragoons, so he doesn't really need those barracks. Gunner's calling go at 0. So Penny's asking a question. I really want to answer him, but I need to focus and not just be typing. Spain really wanting that cash. Wish I saw who got it. Italy, not with a very good tax. Did not get that. Did not get Poland. Does not have the islands. Just has this one. Yeah, I don't think he got Crete. I mean, Athens, because he would have got more than that. Just kind of scouting where everything is. Messer's clearing Crete out. Not gonna like not having them around. BC advantage has to be in the Axis' favor. So this is after the hot leg has been fixed. So these BCs are firing every time, 3 attack. Let's see if they're going to be able to, out firepower their UK superior patriots, because UK is getting outgunned here in the air. Ground, we're going to have to see. With France, you got to give the ground advantage to allies. Now Axis has seen what's going on. The ground in Spain is moving up towards the front. Here the flank is getting started. Great positioning here by the allies. They are getting enough penetration. They've just cleared out the west. They're going to be able to start swinging down towards the capital. And with these dragoons, it's going to be more than enough to be able to clear out the ground. Allies need to start targeting some of these heavy capital ships, or at least the Messers. They can't be hitting interceptors the whole time. Here with the drop from Norway, it's overkill. Really, they didn't absolutely have to have it, but there they have it. More troops, more ground, not much air. Even though they had a big time air advantage, Axis has lost this game now. Just because of the overwhelming ground, and without France on east, I don't think it's as overwhelming as this. I think just Russia, Norway, it would have been a close fight. But with France, he had Algiers for a while. He had good tax, and going all those dragoons. Look at that, taxing more than Spain. More than enough. Spain going even in kills with Artha, so good job Artha. Now, do I get 2 games in a row? Do I? Yes, I do. So Molo's been playing quite a bit of Spain today, which is a little unusual. We don't see him play multiple games of Spain a night normally. He's tends to be sticking with his UK and Germany. But as I was saying early before the first game, that his Spain won a game today, and that was an early UK drop, and he held it, and the Allies were never able to take it back. Early GG. Before D-Day. Alright, Goliath Germ, Artha Italy, Molo Spain, defeat UK, Pelly as France. That must mean Penny is Norway and Chris is Russia. Now Chris has just told Penny to just go with him his first 2 hits. Pretty much always, unless told otherwise. And Pelican, I don't think he's going to try his little port drop on Malo, but we're going to have to see. Here he's going to try to rush the BCs, but Artha is expecting it and going to counter. Peli noticing he's been found out, and that's a lot of early movements that have already been gone and wasn't able to get anything with it. Taking Swiss, right on time. 7 BCs are meeting up. East we have the German bunkers down. Italy SCVs are there, but no bunkers as of yet. There's the drop going down. With the 2 drop, with scouts to back them up. That was probably just to guard the BCs. I mean, to guard the drops. Just gonna kind of hang those troops back and micro them as soon as Spain sends anyone towards. Really, it's just this bunker that's loaded. What are you doing? He just ran him out. Oh well. He could have taken that bunker down. I don't know if he would have killed all 4 Marines inside. He could have killed the bunker. Going ahead with his scouts, knocking out extra buildings. Taking that factory is actually pretty important because he killed the starport. To be able to build the starport, you need to build the factory. So killing that factory means you now have to build a factory and then a starport. So it's going to mean no early drops from Malo, probably just a safe start, getting med, and then following up with drops afterwards. Or we're going to see what else he does. Malo can do really whatever he wants in this game, and it's just a pleasure to watch. So let's see how this works out. We have Core now at half health, going out of 100, just being able to lock that up. He's probably going to want to run his scouts out of the way. Araf is here to try to clean up any error, but just trading hits back and forth. You're going to want to get out before the scouts overrun them. Messers doing their jobs and knocking all but 4 out. So Chris has been really good at this lately. The last couple of days, at least I've noticed it, but he's been knocking core out first rush. And there's really not much more you could ask for. BC hanging out, only a 41 kill hold, really not much there. Yeah, he did screw up Spain, so that's for the Allies. The Allies can thank him there. Defeat should be being told. That's probably the factory right there. Yep. Defeat should be told, you don't need to bunk right now. Go all air. I screwed up Spain. You can't go early drops. So when you know that as UK, and you don't have to start building defenses till turn 3 or 4, if you want to build any, it's that little extra money for that extra 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You never know how many more RAF than you would otherwise be spending on defense. Drops coming in, popular drop, just turned over to AWOL. It's a great time by Penny. There we go. Knocks out all those Marines. He's got a couple of fire bats in there. And let's see what he does. He is making sure to get some of the troops. Targeting some of the AWOL. Now he's going ahead and targeting it. Should be able to knock out these next 2. Probably your next 2 priority. He knocks out that one. Very successful. Alright, he's got 35. 1, and that's going to go down. What's great about killing this one is you can run a drop through here. You can run your RAF through here and not risk being seen by this turret. Odds are they don't stick a Marine over here to give that same sort of vision. East is being locked up by the bunkers and tanks. There were some bunkers here, as you can see. Tanks being lured into Russia, but good guy Arthur is warning them, but Goliath had already seen that a little bit before. More tanks going. He's warning about a lure, and one of his tanks is getting lured as well. So hey, happens. Good target selection, knocking out that tank. Air fighting. Poland, he's calling it. Is that one he's talking about? Barracks getting pulled from the African theater. No, the Egyptian theater rather. Still no bunkers or turrets being made. Very smart, because you know that he's only now starting to be able to build drops. Airport just about to be able to be complete, but just with one drop that you build initially with your air, more than enough to take out this bunker. Gotta have a couple of drops. Should be able to get this at least half filled with men, and with some friendly air, you should be able to clear this out quite nicely. Mines being put around Wells area. Wells are such a high priority target. Even though it's very difficult to attack for the Axis, the reward is immense. UK managing to clear out this island. Mission successful there, drop. Italy kept his barracks down in Africa. Drops. Look, position is if they're loaded. Scouts in tow. Let's see what Pelican has in order. You know, Med just happened. You're watching these BCs go through Crete. It's not a good time for this. Wow, unless you're targeting the BCs. He is. Want to see something neat? Wow, good job, Peli. Able to get great damage onto these BCs, and that's just really unexpected. Knocking out one, getting two of them down to half. Yeah, just one of them killed with very good damage. We don't know when these BCs are going to have a chance to go back and heal. Gotta get those drops out of there. Gonna lose these tanks here, unfortunately. Just losing a little bit too much than what you want to be losing as France. Still getting those. Looks like another one was killed, so one red, one yellow BC. Good job taking out Italy air this early, and that's air that he's not going to have available for defending Africa. That's going to be a little bit of a problem for the Axis here, but I would be wrong. He got just enough drops in there. It didn't look like he had that many. I thought he had 3 or 4, but he had 5. Able to get out the defenses, so that was still worth the attack. You were able to clear out enough worth in buildings to make that valuable. Even though you lost your whole drop and maybe some air there, still alright. Defeat sensing that they're not going to stop is moving his airports out of the way. If you were really confident you could hold it, you would just rebuild all your defenses. Maybe lift this one out, keep this one, but no, I like the play. Lift them out. I'd probably go keep one here, and then when I saw the Axis coming, then I'd lift them off and lift them up, but he's just going to lift them out right away. Thing is, you're leaving yourself with 4K. Yeah, you can build with this one. Good drop here by Spain. Able to get the physics. That was the important part. They're going to do a lot of damage onto Rav here. And yeah, it didn't look like much, but it was worth it. They killed a few, they damaged a few, they got the physics. yes, you lost 1 drop. Still worth it. 1 RAF 400, 1 drop 300. Worth it to trade those. Nice big Dragoon line there, but microwing well. Pelican seeing what he's up against. Gotta be able to micro this to be able to win this. Spain realizing that there is a significant force here, is starting to bunker up. I don't think this is loaded yet. Although 249, he's just making 1 bunker, and I think he's only taxing this city. Yeah, he's definitely not taxing Tunis here. I'm not even sure if he's taxing this. It's that far away. Well, looks like there's not enough Dragoons here to really make a difference. If all these tanks were Dragoons, then maybe the air would have a problem, but with these drops... France able to knock out a couple of drops, and that was before they were able to drop all of them. But once again, a little careless with your drops, and this happens to Peli more than almost any other player. And it's just a little bit too careless with them, a little bit too aggressive, and just dial it back just a little bit, Peli, and now your France is getting really good. BCs, now upgrades of 1-0, not too much. UK definitely going to have more than that, 3-2, so significant air upgrades for UK. Still no upgrade of Marines for Germany, no upgrades for Italy as for Marines. Spain, neither, so not quite getting any upgrades, only Goliath with a significant man count. So he could probably throw money into an attack upgrade if he wanted. Doesn't have to. Feed at 7k, should start mass producing Wrath. There he is. Getting ready for D-Day. Well, little do you know, there's no defenses there. As long as you guys are on the same page, I like that they're talking about it. Good job getting this. Even with these 2 bunkers there, this is still a very droppable area. You drop here and then come attack with your Norwegian Air, or you attack this one with your Norwegian Air, or you drop and make sure to have 3 or 4 tanks as your first drop. Drop them, they'll clear out these 2 bunkers, and then you'll have all your Marines to come down and knock out these cities here. So yes, 2 bunkers were left, but most of the turrets were taken out, and it's an unsuspecting place to drop because look, all the ground is set here. You drop here, and then run down to this area. You're able to knock out all these cities, and you're forcing Germany to come down and fight you in this area, leaving Russia wide open to attack, and possibly, maybe France doing something somewhere. So a little bit of lag, we can see, slow. Goalie sensing maybe a win, he wants to play, hungry for those Germany wins. They are the most rewarding. Asking us to go. Gunner was lagging previously. I think it just sped up right there. No? So looks like we're getting finished. So that's done with the cast. Probably would have been a Allies victory if I would have to say. But wow, would like to finish that one. Malo with a great kill count here. Artha also with a great almost 3-to-1 advantage, kind of like 2.75 to 1 kills to lost. Resources, Molo taxing well. And unfortunately, Penny not able to take that much tax. And he lost a lot of troops in the process. Well, this was it because of lag. Blame lag. RavExel.